This was not another reality TV meltdown. This was a public execution, live. One moment, the world saw the glossy image they had worshipped for years, Yandy and Mendices, the power couple, the black love royalty. The next, Mena took that image, drenched it in gasoline, and set it ablaze in front of millions. No cryptic posts. No warning shots. Just one live stream, and a storm that would rip through the internet like wildfire. The second that live button turned red, the calm broke. Erica appeared, glass of wine in hand, eyes locked on the lens, a smile that could slice glass. There was no rage, no chaos, just an eerie calm that screamed this woman came prepared. Then she said it. I am tired of fake narratives. Those 5 words changed everything. The comments exploded. Viewers froze mid-scroll. Everyone knew exactly who she meant, but no one dared to say it. Then she said the name herself. Yandy. And just like that, the internet detonated. Years of black love goals? Gone. Perfect family portraits? Shattered. The empire of filters, captions, and staged smiles? Crumbled in real time. Because what Erica held in her phone that night was not gossip. It was proof. Receipts. Voicemails. Messages. Faces. Timelines. This was not tea. This was a matchbox thrown into a gasoline-soaked room. The comment section turned into a digital riot, emojis flying, disbelief flooding the chat. Not Yandy's man, is this real? Girl, stop playing. But Erica did not flinch. She looked straight into the camera and whispered, I am not here to play. I am here to tell the truth. Then she tapped the screen and dropped it. A blurred screenshot. A message. Allegedly from Mendices himself. I wish it was you next to me instead of her. Always have. Boom. Internet. Broken. Only hours before, Yandy had posted a perfect family photo, matching outfits, perfect smiles, #BlackLove #forever. But as that picture spread, Erica's live began devouring it whole. Within minutes, blogs picked it up. Twitter went feral. TikTok edits, reaction videos, duets, all dissecting the same line. I wish it was you. But Erica was not done. She leaned in closer, her tone colder now. You all love to believe everything you see on Instagram. But what happens when the truth does not match the picture? She swiped again. And this time, it was a voicemail. A man's voice. Deep. Familiar. Recognizable. I cannot leave her right now. It is complicated. But I miss the peace I had with you. That single word, peace, became the trigger heard around the internet. Twitter threads popped up instantly, not him saying peace. He is out here living a double life. And Erica? She said nothing. She just let the silence burn through the screen. It was that silence, that knowing smirk, that told viewers, this was never random. She had been waiting for this. Watching. Collecting. Preparing. She was not ranting. She was building a case. Fans started piecing it together like detectives. That shirt he is wearing, isn't that from his story last month? Wait, that message timestamp matches the weekend Yandy was hosting in Miami. The same weekend she was speaking at a women's empowerment brunch. While her husband was allegedly telling another woman, he missed her peace. That night, the internet learned something brutal. Behind every perfect post, there might be a deleted voicemail, a hidden text, a quiet betrayal. And Mena? She did not expose them out of impulse. She executed a plan. One live, one tap, one truth, and the empire of black love goals went up in flames. The irony was not lost on anyone. But the moment that truly split the internet in half came 20 minutes into Erica's live. She stopped. Took a slow breath. Then said the line that froze everyone watching, this is not about clout. This is about people trying to bury me while they play perfect. You can only wear a mask for so long before the truth chokes you. That one quote, clipped and reposted within minutes, became the sound of an empire gasping for air. 12 different blog pages uploaded it like breaking news. It was raw. It was unfiltered. And for once, it felt real. Because unlike the usual, she said, chaos that fills timelines, Erica came with data, timestamps, call logs, receipts. She mentioned Revolt Weekend in Miami. Then, calmly, she pulled up a call log on her phone, multiple late-night calls from a number saved under Airbnb management. The chat went wild. People screamed, Airbnb does not call at 2 a.m. Erica just laughed, that cold, dangerous laugh that says you have no idea how deep this goes. And then came the first real crack in the illusion. She pinned a fan comment. Allegedly from someone claiming to be a former makeup artist for the show, the comment read, Yandy and Mendices live in separate homes. They just keep up appearances for the brand. Erica did not deny it. She just pinned it. No blink. No reaction. It was like watching someone pull the rug out from under an entire legacy in slow motion. Meanwhile, silence. No response from Yandy. No quote repost. No cryptic captions. And that silence was deafening. Because Yandy never stays quiet when it is just rumors. When it is fake, she claps back. But when it is real, the silence gets loud. By the end of that live, it was no longer Erica versus Yandy. It was the internet versus the illusion of the perfect couple. Memes flooded timelines. Crowns replaced with fire emojis. Edits of Yandy's face photoshopped into telenovela posters. Twitter trending, #Yandy exposed, and then, right before the live ended, Erica looked dead into the camera and whispered 5 words. This was only part 1. No screams. No threat. Just a promise. The screen went black. And the silence that followed felt like a bomb still ticking. Fans refreshed her page like addicts waiting for the next hit. TikTok detectives started frame-by-frame breakdowns. Bloggers drafted headlines. And somewhere in Atlanta, a picture-perfect reality TV dynasty was cracking apart. The moment Erica ended her live, the internet lost its mind. Twitter threads dissected every word. TikTok sleuths zoomed in on screenshots, cross-referencing dates and backgrounds like it was CSI. Instagram blog pages reposted the voicemail clip again and again, comparing it to the Zapruder film of reality TV. But then came the curveball. An anonymous page, New York Clicks, suddenly dropped an audio file. The title, Mendices after Erica's live. A voice, low, familiar, undeniably his, muttered, "I told her not to go public. Now she's playing with my whole family. I ain't got time for this love and hip-hop stuff." That was it. That single clip turned a scandal into a digital wildfire. Because now, it wasn't just Erica speaking. It was him. Fans immediately went into detective mode. Comparing tone, cadence, and word choice to old interviews. "Listen to that, ain't got time, that's him," someone tweeted. Another wrote, "It's over for Yandy C. You cannot come back from this." But the real panic? It was not online. It was inside the Love and Hip Hop headquarters. According to a source claiming to work security during taping, producers went into chaos mode the second Erica's live hit the blogs. Why? Because that voicemail, the one Erica played, had not been cleared legally. If it was authentic, she had just broadcast private material the network was desperate to keep buried. Within an hour, Mona Scott's name was trending. Fans turned their rage toward the show itself. One viral tweet said it best, "They protected Yandy's image for years. Edited out her mess. Made the other women the villains. Now the mask is slipping." And just when the internet thought it had seen it all, the alleged former assistant went live. No glam. No filters. Just a bonnet, a phone, and receipts. She looked straight at the camera and said, she knew. Yandy knew about everything. She's not dumb, she's calculated. Every time there's a blow-up, she posts family photos. That's her strategy. It's branding. Her tone was steady. Her eyes cold. It was not gossip, it was testimony. The assistant alleged that Yandy had known about Erica and Mendices since 2019. That she had once walked backstage crying before a hosting gig after finding DMs between them, and still went on stage smiling like nothing happened. Yandy doesn't fight in public, the assistant said. She hides. She controls the narrative. But Erica? Erica's the one woman she couldn't silence. By now, the internet was in flames. Bloggers were stitching Erica's live with the assistant's video like puzzle pieces finally snapping into place. And then, Erica returned to her story. Just a single black and white photo. Sometimes the truth doesn't set you free. Sometimes it just sets everything on fire. Fans lost it. They knew she was not done. Hours passed. Still no post from Yandy. No verse, no kids' selfies, nothing. And then, Mendices posted a story. Black screen. 3 words, "You want more?" No face. No sound. The internet froze. Was it a warning? A challenge? Erica responded with a single word. Bet. And if you know Erica, bet does not mean maybe. It means watch what happens next. The next move was not a rant. It was not another live. It was a Dropbox link. No caption. Just 5 words, full surveillance. No cuts. No lies. The internet imploded. Thousands rushed to open it. And for 16 chaotic minutes, the world saw exactly what Erica had been holding on to. Timestamp, 3 months ago. Location, Miami. A dimly lit hotel lobby. Elevator doors open. 2:46 a.m. Mendices walks in, with a woman. Not Yandy. Not anyone from the cast. A new face. And that was the moment the fairy tale finally died on camera. She was walking beside him like she belonged there. Not sneaking. Not hiding. Just laughing, her hand resting casually on his back, like this was not a secret, like the world was not watching. And then, as the elevator doors began to close, Mendices leaned down and kissed her neck. That was the moment the internet exploded. The sound that erupted online wasn't just noise, it was pure, chaotic hysteria. Screenshots hit Twitter like bullets. Reaction videos flooded TikTok within minutes. Fans screamed. Critics howled. People who had defended Yandy for years, who built their entire social persona on #BlackLoveGoals, were suddenly deleting tweets and hiding old posts. Because this wasn't gossip anymore. This was footage. And Erica? She didn't say a single word. No caption. No comment. Just silence, and that silence was louder than a scream. Within 1 hour, the hashtags were everywhere, #YandyExposed, #EmpireCracks, #Miami Footage. It wasn't just trending. It was worldwide. But Erica was not done. Not even close. Minutes later, Erica posted a selfie, makeup off, eyes ice cold, voice steady like steel. I begged him to come clean, she said. I gave her a chance to step out gracefully. But now? I'm done protecting people who would bury me alive just to stay looking clean. Then, she named names. Mona Scott. VH1's legal team. Yandy's lawyers. According to Erica, they had all tried to silence her, offering hush deals, threatening her career, trying to bury the footage. They warned her, "You'll make yourself unhireable if you go rogue." Erica smirked. "I'll build a new career out of ashes if I have to." She wasn't bluffing. She had receipts. Screenshots. Emails. Text threads. One message, allegedly from a contact saved as LHPR Queen, read, "If you go public with this, we'll shut down your future press. Don't let this moment kill your career." Erica's caption? 5 words that broke the internet again, "Then let it burn, baby." And just like that, the entire narrative flipped. People stopped seeing Erica as the villain. They started seeing her as the whistleblower, the woman who refused to die quietly. For years, Yandy and Mendices built their empire on one image, perfection. A couple that preached loyalty, family, faith. But that Miami footage? It was like a grenade rolled into their castle. Within 2 hours, VH1 released a dry, no-comment statement. Mona Scott? Silent. Yandy's PR team? Offline. And then, the leaks began. Anonymous, production insiders started speaking to blogs. One claim went viral, Yandy has an image clause in her contract. She controls how she's portrayed on the show. Another said, "This is bad. The footage was never supposed to exist." Suddenly, the scandal wasn't about cheating, it was about control. It was about power. It was about how deep the illusion ran. While the internet argued over who was right, Erica posted one last story that night, white background. Black letters. "I don't bluff. I document." That was not a caption. That was a warning. Because this wasn't about hurting feelings anymore. This was a war on the throne itself. When the Miami footage dropped, everything Yandy and Mendices had spent a decade building, every couple goals caption, every choreographed interview, every reunion speech, began to crumble like cheap wallpaper under heat. Fans were furious. Furious that they had been fed a fairy tale. Furious that every perfect moment had been staged while the truth hid in hotel lobbies. Within hours, fan pages began posting side-by-side comparisons. Camera with flash photo 1, Mendices, 2:46 a.m., holding hands with the mystery woman in the elevator. Camera with flash photo 2, Yandy, hours earlier, posting on Instagram from an empowerment event with the caption, "King and Queen don't need to explain themselves. We move with purpose." #BlackLove. The contrast was brutal. And the internet? The internet does not forgive. The man wasn't protecting a queen, one tweet read. He was living a double life. TikTok filled with dramatic edits, slow-motion breakdowns, emotional soundtracks. Meme accounts went nuclear. Even verified celebrities started liking shady posts about fake couples and truth always coming out. Behind the curtain, chaos. A leaked email thread began circulating, allegedly between VH1 producers. They were scrambling to contain the narrative. One line stood out like a siren: "We cannot allow this to overshadow next season's arc. We need Yandy controlled." That single word, controlled, sent fans into hysteria. Because now it wasn't just a relationship scandal. It was proof, or what fans believed was proof, that the network had been protecting Yandy's image all along. An alleged former producer later gave a statement to a gossip blog. Season 9 was heavily edited to protect Mendices. "We were told to make him look like a changed man. Any scene that didn't fit the narrative got cut. Yandy had approval power, nobody else did." That statement alone was shared over 400,000 times. Meanwhile, Erica said nothing. No wild rants. No live streams. Just silence. Every post. Every leak. Every pause, it all felt calculated. Fans started calling her the storm in heels. Then, the internet blinked. A new TikTok account appeared out of nowhere. Handle it real from the vault. It posted an 8-second clip, unedited footage from the live that Instagram had cut off midstream the night before. In that missing moment, Erica's voice was heard saying, "And if she keeps lying to the public, I'll drop the surveillance footage from that night in Miami." The internet lost control. Because that meant Erica hadn't gone live in anger. She had gone live with a plan. Brick by brick, she was dismantling their empire, publicly, strategically, flawlessly. Yandy's name trended in 3 countries. Hashtag Yandy exposed, hashtag the real Mendices, hashtag when the mask slips. Mendices turned off comments on all posts. Yandy's usual morning affirmations, gone. VH1? Silent. Mona Scott? Missing in action. And then, when everyone thought the storm had passed, Erica dropped one final story. White background. Black letters. They said don't drop it. So I dropped it. No names. No hashtags. Just smoke. And in that moment, everyone realized, this wasn't just a scandal. This was a reckoning. He posted nothing but a black screen. A void. Just the faint sound of, "I guess I'll never learn," playing softly in the background, no caption, no context. Just vibes. But the internet reads everything. That single post was enough to send the entire digital world spiraling. Was it guilt? Was it shade? Was it a confession without words? Speculation spread like wildfire, hashtags roaring, fans decoding silence as if it were scripture. And then, Erica moved. Minutes later, she posted a single photo. A closed laptop. Captioned simply, "The tape's delivered. My part's done. Enjoy the show." Then she vanished. Just like that. And the reaction? Nuclear. People called it the ultimate mic drop, a silent execution. She wasn't chasing attention anymore. She had detonated a bomb and walked away, leaving the ashes to tell the story. Meanwhile, Yandy's once solid fanbase began to fracture in real time. Even her most loyal defenders were starting to ask the forbidden question, if it's fake, why isn't she saying anything? And why is VH1 so quiet? Twitter spaces were running every hour like round-the-clock news coverage. One titled Yandy's Villain Arc pulled over 85,000 live listeners, fans analyzing timestamps, dissecting interviews, connecting dots like investigators. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was a movement. And then, the final crack. The one that turned suspicion into outrage. Screenshots surfaced, allegedly from Yandy's real VH1 contract. Section title, Approval of Personal Conflict Narrative. It meant she had the legal right to approve or deny any scene involving her personal drama before it aired. Let that sink in. Every tear. Every argument. Every reunion, reveal, the audience thought was spontaneous, might have been carefully scripted and filtered through her approval. One viral tweet said it best, "We didn't watch reality. We watched her version of it." The trust evaporated overnight. Yandy was no longer the queen of composure, she had become the face of everything fans hated about manufactured authenticity. And Erica? She didn't need to say